leaders of India and Pakistan had managed to discuss Kashmir at the same time as their troops were shooting at each other across the line that separates them. Predictably, the politicians made little headway, but what about the Kashmiris themselves? My guest today heads a separatist organisation that spent years bombing and killing its opponents. How much responsibility does he accept for the appalling death toll in Kashmir? And why does he view the latest summit as useless? Yasin Malik, a very warm welcome to the programme. When you were in charge, or was in charge of the Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front, how many people did you order the death of?
Pardon?
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, I could not get your question.
When you were in charge, or one of the leaders in charge of the Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front, how many killings did you personally order or carry out?
It is fact that Jammu Kashmir Liberation Front started armed struggle in Kashmir in 1988. But before that, I started my political career in 1984.
No, I understand that. I'm trying to focus on this particular part of it for the moment. From 1987, when you started down this road of violence.
One must know that what was the reason to start the armed struggle.
We'll come on to the reasons in a moment, Mr. Malik, but could we start here? I'm really asking you if you remember how many killings you personally ordered or carried out.
Yes, JKLF started the armed struggle in Kashmir in 1988.
But you personally?
Yes, I am the pioneer of armed struggle in Kashmir, and the concept of the armed struggle was just conveyed to the world consciousness and Indian consciousness in particular that we Kashmiri people want to be heard, that we want to live in this particular world with respect, honor and dignity.
I understand those were your motives. How many did you kill?
It is not the matter how many you will kill.
No, this is the question I'm asking you.
The matter is simple that there are cases against me pending in the court, and now 11 years have passed. And Government of India has not even started the trial.
So, are you going to tell me whether you carried out killings or not?
Definitely I participate in the armed struggle. There is no doubt about it. But the question is, again, that which circumstances forced Kashmiri people to start the armed struggle. I already told you that I started my political career in 1984 with a non-violent movement. But it is unfortunate in 1985, we just published a sticker, and on that charge I was sent to the third degree interrogation center for 20 days and 3 months in police lockup. Then again in 86, when I was the general secretary of the student organization, I was detained for 6 months. Then again in 1987, there was a Muslim United Front political forum. My student organization was the constituent of this forum.
So you accept responsibility for a number, maybe a large number, of the deaths that have taken place in Kashmir?
It's not the matter of the responsibility.
No, I'm asking you whether you accept responsibility.
It is not the matter. Why we will accept the responsibility? The matter is very simple, that Government of India never gave any kind of political space in Kashmir for non-violent movement.
Nobody says that Kashmir is a simple problem, and everybody seems to differ about it, but I'm asking whether you accept your share of the responsibility for the killings that have taken place.
We did not accept the responsibilities.
Why not?
Why we will accept the responsibilities?
You carried them out, didn't you?
Pardon?
You carried the killings out.
Yes, definitely I participate in the armed struggle.
So you have to accept responsibility.
Which kind of responsibilities? Which kind of, our land has been occupied, and when we started the non-violent movement right from 53 till 88. Government of India used every kind of violent method to curb our non-violent movement. I think the credit goes to the British people.
Was it worth carrying out these killings? You walked away from violence in 1995. Was it worth the killings that you had participated in up until that point?
No, our confrontation was directly with the Indian security forces.
The Air Force personnel, for instance, in January 1990, there was the killing of 4 gunned down while waiting at a bus stop with their families on the outskirts of Srinagar. You are accused by the Indians of being involved in it. Why do you laugh about that? There's nothing to laugh at about the death of people.
It is not the matter that I am laughing about the death of the people. The matter is that as far as this Indian Air Force incident is concerned, they belong to the Indian security forces. But
so what are you saying with that? That they are legitimate targets?
Listen to me. Listen to me. The question is, just 24 hours back, at the same spot, there was a civilian bus. 12 children were in that bus, and they all were brutally killed by the Indian security forces at the same spot.
Does that justify the killing?
It is not. We are not justifying the killing, but as far as our armed struggle was concerned, it was directly against the security forces. It was not against the civilian people.
If you're not justifying, well, there were 2 civilian people who were killed. There were 2 family members, 2 women who died later in hospitals. But if you're not justifying it, are you now apologizing for it?
Why I will apologize?
Well, you said you're not justifying.
Why I will apologize for any kind of which I have not committed? The matter is again very simple. Yes.
There were 2 women who had nothing to do with it.
I have not killed any woman.
2 women died.
We have not killed any woman.
4 Air Force personnel and 2 women died.
We have not killed any woman. This case is pending in the court. Why Government of India is not starting the trial?
The Kashmir Liberation Front has already claimed responsibility.
Jammu Kashmir Liberation Front has taken the responsibility, but let the court decide. And we have not claimed the responsibility that we have killed the woman.
So how did they die? They were standing at the same bus stop.
How did they? Let court decide it. How did they die? Let court decide it. It is Indian court. It is not my court.
Well, if there is one shooting incident and 4 Air Force officers are killed and 2 women who are standing in the same bus queue are also killed, it stands to reason they're killed by the same person, isn't it?
I don't think so.
I mean, you're arguing semantics here, aren't you?
I am not arguing semantics. I am just arguing in a fair manner. Nobody can accept that kind of, which I accept. Yes, we have started the armed struggle. I am not apologetic. But I told you already that it is the circumstances which forced the people in Kashmir to start the armed struggles. And because there was no space for a non-violent struggle, people of Kashmir use every kind of method to achieve the right of self-determination through peaceful means. And people of Kashmir have no history of violence. People of Kashmir have...
Well, never mind the history of violence, but does your conscience bother you about the killings?
Why my conscience will bother me?
It doesn't. You killed with a clear heart, a clear conscience.
Yeah, when I was in armed struggle, it was my decision of my conscience. When I again started a non-violent movement, it is a decision of my conscience.
And how do you expect people to look at the old Yasin Malik, the old killer? Yasin.
There are 3 types of Yasin Malik which people must visualize. They must not look one Yasin Malik. They must look 3 Yasin Malik.
Well, unfortunately, the court will only look at the same person. It doesn't mean that you can escape from responsibility.
No, I am not.
Yourself into
I am not escaping responsibilities. My answer is very simple. When people want to look me, they must look Yasin Malik. There are 3 Yasin Malik. One from 84 till 88. Second from 88 till 94. And third is from 94 till onwards. From 84 till 88, this Yasin Malik suffered terribly through the hands of Indian security forces, while as we were just in non-violent struggle. Even my heart value was damaged in interrogation centers. What was our crime? Gandhi was never sent to any interrogation center.
Mr. Malik, unfortunately, everybody answers for only one person, not for 3 different people. There is a warrant out for your arrest, as you know, by the Indian security forces in connection with the killing of these Air Force personnel.
Yeah, I was in prison for so many years.
You still have this charge to answer.
Still have, but where is the trial?
You may well be arrested when you go back to India.
12 years have passed. This matter is settled in the court of law. Where is the trial? And there are my colleagues who are behind for bars around 12 years, and there is no trial.
The warrant relates both to that incident and to the kidnapping of the daughter of the then Home Minister Rubaiyat Saeed in '89, which you have already said that you were responsible for, the kidnapping.
There was one of our leaders, his name was Hamid Sheikh. He is no more right now. Do you know his mother was arrested by Indian security forces and she was detained in police lockup for 20 days?
Does that justify your kidnapping?
It's not a matter of the justify.
No, but
nobody is crying for Hamid Sheikh's mother. Because she was not the daughter of Home Minister of India. Everybody is crying for the daughter of the Home Minister of India.
Your organization put out a message when she was kidnapped saying, release the militants. There were 5 people who you wanted released. Release the militants by 1900 on December the 10th, 1989, or Rubaiyat's body will be dumped in Srinagar city.
Rubaiyat Saeed knows which kind of treatment we gave her, and she tells it herself.
Were you prepared to kill her?
We were not prepared to kill her. She knows very well we never were prepared to kill her.
Under any circumstances?
And she herself gave that kind of an interview that how she was treated. Even she came to the court, she even did not recognize those people.
So the threat was empty. This was an empty threat.
No, this is not the. She is a daughter. No. She is still daughter of the ex-Home Minister of India. She is not living in Kashmir, but she has that kind of respect because she was treated properly and decently, while as Hamid Sheikh's mother was treated very badly and ruthlessly.
But Mr. Malik, there were lots of people you didn't treat decently at all. Lots of people who your organization killed and indeed tortured. You were killing, torturing and bombing for 8 years, weren't you?
Which people we torture? Can you put a single name?
Of course I can. Yes. Torture cases. April 90, Abdul Ghani, secretary to the Vice-Chancellor of Kashmir University, abducted with the Vice-Chancellor himself and shot dead after being tortured for 4 days.
He was not killed by us, for your kind information, and I have this facial paralysis. It is because that I try my level personally very hard to save their lives. We were not involved in those kind of brutal killings, and we have already expressed our views about the brutal killing of Bashir.
What's the difference between a killing and a brutal killing? You did carry out killings.
Which killings?
You said you were involved.
Which killings?
You said you were involved.
Yeah, we were involved, but in direct confrontation with the security forces, they were having a gun in their hand. We were at that time having a gun in our hand.
So you're saying
it was a direct confrontation between the forces and the freedom fighters.
So it
was not a confrontation between a civilian and the gunmen people.
So the director of the Doordarshan TV station, who was shot dead in February 90, you weren't responsible for that? Your organization was not?
We have not taken responsibility for that.
Did you carry that? You say you're not taking.
No, neither we have taken the responsibility nor we are involved in that case.
Because the killing is attributed to you. The field officer for the agricultural department.
How it is attributed? There is no such kind of case against me. How it is attributed to me?
To your organization.
No,
it is
to
you personally. I'm saying to your organization.
No. No colleague from my organization is involved in such kind of killings.
What kind of killings?
These kind of civilian killings.
You never killed the judge who tried and passed a death sentence on the JKLF leader, Maqbool Butt?
Yeah.
You did?
I did not did it, but it is fact that JKLF boys killed their judge. But what was the crime of Mohammed Maqbool Butt?
What was the crime of the judge?
Because judge passed a politically motivated judgment against a great leader of the Kashmir, who was a political leader.
That's your assessment.
It is not my assessment, it is a fact.
still your assessment. India doesn't accept it as a fact.
So if India does not accept it, they have their own judges. In Kashmir, judiciary is not functioning properly. It is under the influence of executives, and the judge gives a politically motivated judgment against a great leader. So you are deserving such kind of a treatment in reciprocal.
You gave up the armed struggle because you saw that it was useless. It wasn't achieving your results, was it?
That is not the matter.
India was not going to negotiate on the point of a gun, was it?
When I was released from the prison in 1994, again I started a non-violent struggle. And how unfortunate it is that my 600 colleagues have been killed after unilateral ceasefire. Can you tell me?
But there are other parts of your unit, other parts of your organization that haven't embraced non-violence.
Yes, but tell me, I give a different direction. But tell me how other people will accept my point of view when my own 600 colleagues have been killed after unilateral ceasefire. Why people will choose such kind of cheap death? Government of India did not even encourage this unilateral ceasefire, and in return, I received the 600 dead bodies of my colleagues.
There are other groups.
There are other groups, but where is the scope for the non-violent movement in Kashmir?
That your movement is badly split.
No, that is not the problem.
It is a problem because you all want different things. All the Kashmiri separatist groups want different things.
No. There are two schools of thoughts in Kashmir, but it does not mean that movement is split. It suits the government of India that they projected this movement. Sometimes fundamentalist movement, sometimes it is a divided house, sometimes they say it is a sponsored movement. So it suits them because they statecraft is at their back. We have nothing at our back. We are not in a position that we will be
divided. Some want violence, some don't want violence. Some want to be allied with Pakistan, some don't. You want clear independence from both India and Pakistan. There are clear divisions.
If there is division, how we can resolve this? So the democratic institution is the best thing to resolve this.
So why don't you condemn the violence that's still going on against India?
Why I should condemn the violence while as I have received the 600 dead bodies of my colleagues after unilateral ceasefire?
But you've decided that violence doesn't
work. Even I will tell you, I convened two commander-chiefs from different organizations. One was from Al-Umar Mujahideen and another was from Islamic Front, namely Niyaz Ahmad Sufi and Bilal Ahmad Beg. And they joined me. They were too brutally killed in non-violent movement.
You dismissed the summit that took place between India and
I dismissed the summit because...
No use to you whatsoever? You said there's no future for these kinds of talks? No future at all?
Yeah,
what talks is there a future for?
Government of India has such kind of parleys right from 47. Even they have agreement, Shumla agreement, Tashkent agreement, Lahore declaration. Those kind of agreements could not produce any kind of result, and the present violent phase in Kashmir is the outcome of those agreements. Now, if Government of India and Pakistan sincerely want to resolve the issue, then there is a party, because this land belongs to Kashmiri people. It is the people of Jammu and Kashmir who are the victim of this dispute. People of Jammu and Kashmir are not the animals where their fate will be decided by India and Pakistan.
But they're tired of struggle, aren't they? They're tired of armed struggle.
I don't think any Kashmiri is tired about the struggle.
Sabir Shah is 22 years as a prisoner in Indian jail.
But he has not given up. He is still with the movement.
He is saying that the rebel struggle is ending in a dead end.
No.
For that he's been ostracized.
I don't think he has given any kind of such statement. Sabir Shah is still in the movement. Nobody is tired in the movement. Even
other Kashmiri leaders call him a stooge for meeting Indian leaders.
There are differences within, but if any individual, even Yasin Malik can be purchased, but I will tell you one thing very honestly, this movement cannot die down.
It cannot what?
This movement cannot die down. Nobody can now suppress or hijack or corrupt this movement.
But India is not going anywhere, is it? It's not going to lead.
India will have to go. So they will come in. India will have to resolve this dispute in accordance with the wishes of the people of Jammu and Kashmir.
By negotiation.
By negotiation, if they are ready
Which
to...
is the only way.
Yeah, negotiation is the only way, but they cannot start on one side negotiation and on the other side they can kill the innocent people in Kashmir.
If you say that negotiation is the only way, and you just have, so why not condemn the violence that's going on against India? I come back to that question.
I have already started the unilateral ceasefire, but I could not get any kind of a positive response from the government of India from 1994. So why do you expect from me now I should condemn this and that thing? Doesn't the government of India show any kind of a responsibility to resolve this issue so that there would have been a peace, so that level of violence would have been decreased?
But it's a matter of principle. Either you decide that violence does work or it doesn't work. You can't have it both ways, can you?
Both ways, yes, it cannot happen both ways, but the question is simple.
So condemn the violence.
Condemn the violence is not the only reason to resolve. Violence is the offshoot of Kashmir dispute. So if the dispute will be resolved, all offshoots will be automatically disappeared from the scene. They do not need to resolve it.
So you expect India to negotiate while violence is going on. That's not going to happen.
Government of India negotiate in northeast also. They have started a peace process in Nagaland. Though the peace process is going on, National Socialist Council of Nagaland's agenda is that Nagaland is not an integral part of India, while as government of India say it is integral part of India. But still they start negotiation on 3 terms. That talks will be without any precondition. Talks will be going on at Prime Minister level, and Government of India cannot invite any other group except this National Socialist Council of Nagaland.
Mr. Malik, what's your personal view? Look at
Talks are going on. There is no output, but there is ceasefire from both sides. At least this initiative has saved the thousands of lives in Nagaland.
If you're arrested when you go back to India,
Arrest does not matter to me. I have been in jail from my childhood. Sometimes I am in, sometimes I am out. So jail, hardship, torture, it does not bother me.
Yasin Malik.
I am used for these kind of things.
Yasin Malik, thank you very much for being with us on the program. Thank you.